Very good morning, dear children. Jai Swaminarayan. So, welcome back to Atmiya Green School, Jadeshwar, and hope you all are doing good, children. So, this is your English class, and let's begin with the class. So, in the last class, children, we had done the story of the Happy Prince. So, you all are aware that the prince was very happy when he was alive in his palace, when he was staying in his palace, okay? But when he passed away, when he was dead and his statue was put up in the city, that time he came to know the actual sufferings and the misery of his subjects, that is, the people of the kingdom. And then he tried to make them happy by asking the swallow bird who had taken the shelter under his feet, and he asked the bird to pluck all the jewelries from his from the statue and give it to the people, those who really were in need of it. Okay, so this was the story of the Happy Prince, and the God's messengers were sent, and when God had asked that you bring two people like whom you consider that they should be acknowledged and they are happiest person in the world, so these messengers saw the deeds of the Happy Prince statue and the swallow bird, and they took, after the bird passed away and the statue was also broken into pieces, only the leading heart was left. That time these two messengers came and they took it to the heaven, to the God, and then God acknowledged their deeds, and then they were given a place to stay in the heaven. Okay, so this was the story of the Happy Prince. Now let's begin with the question answers. Now before we begin with the question answers, children, let me just give you a gentle reminder. Your periodic test 2 is upcoming, and it will be the same kind of test. It will be MCQ, and it will be through Google form. So you have to go through each and every line of the story. You should understand the story first, and you should also read each. So you should read each and every line of the story of all the lessons which are going to be asked in the test. Okay, so you have to be well prepared for the inside questions also. Okay, children, and you should be knowing each and every word meaning which has been given in the book, and all the grammar portion which is there in the book, in the lessons which will be asked for the test. Okay, so now let's begin with the exercises based on the Happy Prince. So the first question, which is given on page number 36, you can go through, open your book, and you can see the first question which is given. The first question which is given is, why do the courtiers call the prince the Happy Prince? Is he really happy? What does he see all around him? So I'll repeat the question again. Why do the courtiers call the prince the Happy Prince? Is he really happy? What does he see all around him? So the answer is, he was a prince when he was alive. Okay. Now being a prince, he never knew the sorrow and the suffering of the people. So the courtiers called him Happy Prince. But he was not happy in real sense, as his heart could not feel the misery of needy people. Okay, now he saw the miserable conditions of the people around him. Okay, so this is the answer for the question. Now the next one. Why does the Happy Prince send a ruby for the seamstress, and what does the swallow do in the seamstress house? Okay, so the answer is, the seamstress was tired due to overwork. She was so poor that she could not buy oranges for her little sick son, her ailing son. Her son was thirsty. The Happy Prince saw the poor lady and her son. He felt pity for them, so he sent a ruby for her. The swallow came to the poor woman's house and laid the ruby on the table beside her. The bird fanned the boy's forehead with wings and flew back to the happy prince. Okay, so this is the answer for the second question. Now the next one is, for whom does the prince send the sapphires and why? So, the answer for the third question is, the playwright was very poor. He was incapable of buying food and firewood. The prince sent the sapphires for the playwright so that he could finish a play for the director of the theatre in time. The prince sent his second sapphire to a poor match girl. Her matches had fallen into the gutter. She was afraid that her father would beat her for this loss, so she was helped by the prince by sending her the second sapphire. Okay, now the next question. What does the swallow see when it was flying over the city? The swallow saw all categories of people. He found the rich making merry in the beautiful houses and beggars begging sitting at the gates. He also saw a group of wandering children who were poverty stricken. Okay, now the next question. Why did the swallow not leave the prince and go to Egypt? At first, the swallow was willing to go to Egypt just after discharging his duty properly, but when he saw the prince of the activities of prince of charity and kindness, he got impressed. On the other hand, now the happy prince had become totally blind due to the deeds of charity. Now, in this condition, he could not leave the prince helpless. He felt the idea of going to Egypt. He left the idea of going to Egypt and decided to serve the prince. Okay, so this was the answer for the fifth question. Now we'll go with the sixth one. Now, what are the precious things mentioned in the story? Why are they precious? The leaden heart of the happy prince and the dead swallow are the two precious things mentioned in the story. They are precious as they did various deeds for the welfare of people and sacrificed their lives for the sake of others. Okay, so what are the two things precious mentioned in this story? The leaden heart of the happy prince and the dead swallow are the two precious things mentioned in the story. And why it was precious? Because they had done various deeds for the welfare of the people and sacrificed their lives for the sake of others, and that's the reason why the God's messengers took them up to heaven to God. Okay, now the next question. The little swallow says, it is curious, but I feel quite warm now, although it is so cold. Have you ever had such a feeling? You have to share your experience with your friends. So, as you all are at home, we cannot share it with you cannot share it with your friends, but then I'll be dictating you the answer, and you can share this thing with your siblings. Okay, now. Man is a social animal. He is a social because he is dependent on others to lead a satisfactory life. Now, in this regard, mutual help is required. Whenever we help others, there is a feeling of satisfaction. Whenever we are helped by others, we feel grateful. It is because helping others is the essence of life, and this we have realized during this pandemic situation. This pandemic situation has taught us this lesson, a big lesson. Okay. Now, in this chapter, the little swallow feels warmth when he helps the needy people. He does this, his act of selfless service, with utmost dedication and sacrifice. Owing to this selfless service, he becomes satisfied. Yes, I have experienced such a feeling many a time. I believe in helping others to help me whenever I am in need. I help others considering it my duty. I remember the day when I started helping others. Since the day I feel more confident and have become a successful citizen. I feel the presence of God around me. So this was the answer. You can write the answer on your own. It's up to you. Now, there are certain short questions. These are 2 marks questions. This I am dictating. I'll be sharing it with you so that now it will be MCQ. But based on all these things, the MCQ questions might be asked. It will be all the MCQ questions will be of one. Now these are the extra questions. Why did the swallow cry when the happy prince asked him to pluck out one of the sapphires? The swallow cried when the prince asked him to pluck out one of the sapphires because the prince would go blind, because on his eyes 2 sapphires were put for in place of the eyes. Okay. Now the prince himself suffered too much so as to help the poor and needy people. So this was the answer. Where was the swallow going? Why did he decide not to go there? The little swallow was going to Egypt to join his friends. The happy prince looked sad that the swallow decided to stay back and be his messenger. The swallow died, helping the happy prince in the service of poor people. Okay, now what were the drops of the rains actually? Why did they fall? The drops of rain were actually the happy prince's tears. Okay, the happy prince was sad and moved by the widespread of poverty and misery. He had always seen happiness around him. He could not fathom the people were sick and crying because of the misery around them. Now the next question. Describe the statue of the happy prince as described in the beginning of the story. Now at the beginning of the story, the statue was fixed on a tall column full of thin leaves of gold on the body and had 2 sapphires for eyes. It had a large red ruby fixed on the hilt of the sword. Okay. Now, how did the happy prince help the poor children in the city? Now, as per the orders of the happy prince, the gold leaves and the jewels on his body were taken out by the swallow and distributed among the poor. Thus, the happy prince was able to help the poor children in the city. Here there is a spelling error. It is body. It is not boy. Okay. So, this was the answer for the 5th question. Now, so hope you all understood what I have dictated till now. Now we'll go with the next question. Now the next question.
Once upon a time, in a beautiful town located at the very top, there was the statue of the Happy Prince. The statue was covered with gold from head to toe, and there was a big red ruby on the handle of his sword. And as for the prince's eyes, they were 2 sparkling green emeralds. The statue of the Happy Prince could be seen by everyone in town, and it was known to spread hope and happiness to all. One night, a little swallow came to town. Her friends flew to warmer parts of the world to be protected from the cold, but she was left behind. She saw the statue, which was resting on a big column.
Let me spend the night here. Tomorrow I'll continue.
The swallow landed right between the Happy Prince's feet.
Tonight I'm going to sleep in a golden bed.
When she was getting ready to sleep, putting her wing over her head, suddenly a drop of water fell on her head. She looked up, but the sky was clear and it wasn't raining. Right at that moment, another drop of water landed on her beak, followed by another. To understand what was going on, the swallow flew up on the statue's head. She saw that the drops were coming from the prince's eyes. They were his teardrops. Happy Prince's teardrops were running down on his cheek and dropping on his feet. And his sad eyes were sparkling in the moonlight. The swallow felt really sad for him.
Hello, and who are you?
I am the Happy Prince.
And then why are you crying?
When I was alive and my heart was a human heart, I never shed a tear because I lived in a palace where we did not know what sadness was. During the day, I used to play with my friends in the garden, and at nighttime, I would dance in the big ballroom. There was a big wall surrounding the garden, but I never wondered what was behind the wall. Everything around me was so beautiful, and they always called me Happy Prince, and I was very happy indeed. However, when my life ended, they put me here on top of this hill, and now I can see all the ugliness and the poverty around me. Although my heart is made of lead, there is nothing I can do but cry.
The swallow was very sad.
There is a torn down small house in a little alley far from here. One of the windows is open, and I can see a woman working on the sewing machine. Her face is weak and tired. On the corner of the bed, her little son is lying down sick. He has fever, but his mother has no money. Dear swallow, can you take out the precious ruby on my sword's handle and take it to her?
After a little bit of rest, I must keep flying to warmer countries.
At least stay here tonight. Tomorrow you can go wherever you want.
Although the swallow was already cold and did not have any rest, she could not do anything but help the sad, happy prince. So with the help of her beak, the swallow took the ruby out of the handle from the prince's sword and flew into town over the dark midnight sky. Finally, she arrived to the townhouse and looked inside. The baby boy was in his bed, struggling with a fever, and his mother was sleeping. She flew inside and put the big ruby on the table right in front of her. Then she flew over to the boy, and flapping her wings, she cooled him down a little bit. The swallow returned next to the happy prince and told him all about what had happened.
When she wakes up, she will see the precious stone, and so she will be able to buy medicine and food for her boy. Thank you very much. Now you can sleep easy tonight, dear swallow.
It was morning now. Right when she was getting ready to fly away, the happy prince stopped the swallow.
Hey, swallow. Dear swallow, can't you just stay one more night?
I need to fly to the warmer countries as soon as possible and find my family and friends.
Far away on the other side of the town, I see a young man in a small attic. He is sitting at a table full of paper and pale violets in a small glass. This is a young writer, and he's trying to finish his new book, but he doesn't have any wood to burn or a piece of bread to eat. Don't you want to help him?
The good-hearted swallow accepted to stay one more night just to help the young writer.
Unfortunately, I have no more rubies left, but my eyes are from a very precious stone called emerald. Take one of them and bring it to the writer.
Hearing this made the swallow very sad. She did not accept it at first, but when the happy prince insisted, she had no choice. So she took the emerald out with her beak. Then she started to fly towards the house the happy prince was talking about. When she arrived, the young man was sitting at the table restless with his hands covering his face. He did not hear the bird's wings flapping. When he looked up, he saw the green sparkly emerald on top of the pale violets. He thought that one of his fans who liked his writing left it there. So he took the emerald and stood up with joy.
I came to say goodbye.
Dear swallow, can't you stay just one more night?
It is almost winter. It's going to snow soon. I really have to go. My dear prince, I need to fly away, but I will never forget you.
Okay, but I have one last wish from you. Please do it for me. On the square down below, there's a little girl selling matches, but she dropped them all into the water and they all got wet. Now she cannot bring home some money. Her dad will be very upset and they too will be hungry tonight. She's there crying. She doesn't even have shoes or socks or a hat covering her head. Take my other eye, give it to her so they will be okay.
Hearing this story, the swallow decided to stay one more night.
Okay, one last time, but I can't take your eye out. Then you won't be able to see.
It hurts me more to see the hungry and helpless people around me. So please do as I say.
Taking out his other eye, the swallow began flying down. She flew slowly next to the girl and dropped the emerald in her hand. The girl shouted, "Oh, what a beautiful piece of glass!" and ran home with joy. After that, the little swallow came back next to the happy prince.
I decided to stay next to you and be your eyes from now on.
The prince asked the swallow to fly over the whole town and inform him about all that was happening. The swallow flew over the town and saw that while the rich people were sitting in their warm houses, the poor were trying to light a fire in the cold to get warm. When she went into the dark alleys, she saw the weak faces of hungry kids. Under a bridge, she saw the two little kids sleeping on each other's laps and trying to warm each other up. Then she went back and told all about it to the prince.
I am covered with pure gold. Just peel them off and bring it to the poor. They think that gold makes you happy, but actually, to be healthy and content is what makes you happy.
The swallow began to peel off all the gold from the prince's statue until the prince looked weak and miserable. And she gave all the gold to the poor on the streets. Meanwhile, it began to snow. The streets were full of snow. The swallow kept on helping the poor every night by peeling off the gold from the prince, until there was nothing left. The poor little swallow was freezing, but she did not want to leave the prince alone. She loved him dearly, but in the end she knew that she was going to die. She used the last bit of strength she had left and flew up to the prince's shoulder.
Goodbye, dear prince.
So you decided to fly to the warmer countries after all, my friend?
The little swallow could not tell the prince where she was going, so she kissed him slowly on the cheek and fell on the ground next to him. Right that moment, there was a cracking noise coming from inside the happy prince's statue. It was his heart of lead breaking into pieces. When it was morning, everybody gathered around the statue of the happy prince, and they were looking at him with amazement. Then they all saw the lifeless body of the swallow laying down next to his feet. Everybody was so sad. But then they heard a voice amongst the crowd. It was the young writer.
Now I understand why the happy prince is in this shape. He and this little swallow sacrificed themselves for our happiness. So stay happy and don't be sad. The two most beautiful hearts in this town were their hearts. And it will forever stay that way.
Now the next question, what is the moral of the story, The Happy Prince? Okay, the moral of the story is that we must help the poor and needy. The prince set an example of this by giving his jewels to the poor. The swallow also proved to be a great example of love and sacrifice. Now, what happened when the little swallow was getting ready to sleep? When the little swallow was getting ready to sleep, a large drop of water fell on him. It was the prince crying on seeing the misery and suffering of the people. What did the prince ask the swallow to do for helping the young man in the garret? The happy prince ordered the swallow to pluck one of his eyes, which were made of sapphire, and take it to the man living in the garret, who was very poor and could not write with an empty stomach. Okay, so this was the answer. Now we'll go for the long answer. Okay, now how did the little swallow carry out the wishes of the happy prince? The swallow wanted to go to Egypt just like his friends who had already gone there. He had rested at the base of the statue of the happy prince just for a night. He postponed his trip as he had to carry a ruby to the needy playwright and another to the seamstress. When the happy prince gave the sapphire from his eye to the match girl, he became blind. So the swallow decided to stay there and help the needy just like the prince. The swallow died carrying out the wishes of the happy prince in the service of the needy. Okay, so these were the question answers which you have to do. I'll be sharing the PDF of the same so that you can write the answers in your notebook and you can prepare well for the test. Okay, now one more important thing is the subject enrichment activity which you have to do compulsorily. And in the previous PT2 test, a few children had not given the subject enrichment activity, which is going to affect their marks, and that's the reason again I'm giving you a reminder, and you need to take it seriously, and everyone has to do this subject enrichment activity compulsorily. Okay, now this is the subject enrichment activity. Here you have to design a self-composed story on the helping hands with moral and illustrations. Now when the present situation is going on, there were many you might have experienced many things around you. Okay, around the world you might have seen the news channels and the different programs which is coming on the television, or you might have surfed on the website also, on the sites. You are aware about everything what is the pandemic situation going on and how people were helping each other to overcome this pandemic situation, to not to become panic and to take this situation positively and to take it positively and lead a happy and calm life. Okay, so you have to design a self-composed story on the helping hands with moral and illustrations. Now you have to write a story, you can add some pictures in it, you can give examples, you can share your experiences or any other things which you have seen, or your parents have seen, or your relatives might have experienced, or your neighbors have experienced. So all these things you can give it as illustration, and you can also add few pictures for the same. Now you can write the story through mail, or you can make a PPT. That is all up to you, your own creativity. So you can you have all options open for you, but then you have to write a story, design a story that should be your own, where you have written the story. Okay, and it should be based on the helping hands with moral and illustrations, and the marks which will be given for this assignment is 10 marks, and the last date of submission is 21/10/2020, that is Wednesday, and you can send it through mail on the mail ID which is given over here, zainabbatliwala94@gmail.com. okay, and if you have any queries regarding the same, you can also contact the teacher, and her name is Mrs. Zainab, and her number is 9574275243. okay, so you are going to prepare the subject enrichment activity, and you are going to send it to the mail ID which is given over here, and if you have any queries, you can call up and you can clear your queries with the teacher. okay, so hope children you have understood everything. I have been clear to you all. So we'll end the class today over here, and please take care of yourself, be safe at home. Again, a gentle reminder to all of you, kindly do not move out of your house until and unless it is an emergency. Still the pandemic situation is going on, so kindly do not take it lightly. okay, so be safe at home, take care of yourself. Bye bye children, thank you.